Now I request Mr. Suket Sheth will start his presentation in the form of PPT, and all this recording will be available to you, which you can always go through. And thereafter, after the presentation, if you have any questions, you are most welcome. Thank you very much.
First of all, I will like to thank you, Mr. Prabhu sir, who have given us such an opportunity to talk about this topic. The order 56 just came on 27th of June, and when we forwarded that PPT to Prabhu sir, he instantly called and said that this is very nice and you should share with all. And he has given us the opportunity to share with you all, and we shall definitely talk on this. So first of all, we would like to thank you Mumbai Suburban District Cooperative Housing Federation Limited and Maharashtra Society Welfare Association, MahaRERA, for giving us such a wonderful opportunity. So I will start. So first of all, this order is applicable only for the projects which are going to be registered after 1st July 2024. And this order says that at the time of registration, previously, when bank account was, when any promoter opens the bank account, he needs to mention only 70% account to the at MahaRERA portal at the time of registration, which is now been changed, and they have proposed a new scheme which says that now all the 3 accounts need to rename and you have to mention on the MahaRERA portal. The first account that needs to be opened is RERA designated collection bank account, which is known as 100% of the account. The second account, which will be named as RERA designated separate bank account of the project, that will be as 70% of the account. And the third account would be RERA designated transaction bank account of the project, that would be act as 30% of the account. And the other thing is all the 3 accounts needs to open in the same bank only. And further, it says that the collection account needs to mention on all the allotment letters and agreement for sale when any promoters issues to any purchaser, that on which account he have to deposit the money. Further, they have also mentioned strictly in their order that the nomenclature of the bank account should be same which they have mentioned in the order, and that should not be changed by any bank. So the nomenclature which they say, we have assumptions that let the name of the developer be ABC, then there is a landowner promoter whose name is DEF, and there is also another joint developer whose name is PQR, and the project name is XYZ. So the order says that the bank account that needs to be opened should be in the name of, for the developer promoter, it should be in the name of ABC Private Limited, RERA designated collection bank account, XYZ. And then the other account would be ABC Private Limited, RERA designated separate bank account of XYZ. And ABC Private Limited RERA transaction bank account for XYZ. So this name would be exactly like this. The bank cannot say that we will not accept this name or number of character may come jata hai, so we would like to small DES or something else. The full name should be there in the bank account. So bank needs to follow this order. Further, for the landowner, the same would be replaced with his name. And the developer promoter, the name would be replaced by his name. Rest all would be remaining the same. Further, it also says that any money deposited in the collection bank account would be no lien, no mortgage, no charge can be created on this amount. So hence the money paid by the purchaser would be fully secured. So and the developer cannot create any charge, any mortgage, or even if they have taken a loan, a lender cannot be an escrow to this account. It would be completely in the control of the developer, and he have to use that money for the project only. Then even a bank needs to give a declaration that they have opened an account for the promoter in the format B. The format has been attached to the order, and it's then in the same format they have to provide it, and which the bank provided to the promoter, and promoter will be uploading on MahaRERA website at the time of registration of the project. As I mentioned that further that 100% account and 70% account would not be permitted to be withdrawn by any means. So then the 100% account would not be having credit card facility, checkbooks, or even a demand draft cannot be issued from that account. It would be completely secured, and it has ensured that the amount deposited in that collection account would be full, 70% of that utilized for the project only. Hence, the promoter cannot misuse that fund anymore. Hence, they have also mentioned that bank should strictly follow the nomenclature as prescribed in these directions. And then the 70-30 should be on the auto sweep mode. This is a flow chart that we have prepared for the better understanding. As you can see this, that there is a RERA designation. So the designation collection account where 100 rupees if deposited by any purchaser of the flat, directly 70% will go to the separate bank account and 30% would be going to the transaction account. This will be auto sweep. So there would be no mandate will be given at the only once at the time of opening of account, then it will be automatically goes in the 70 rupees will go to the 70% account and 30 rupees will go to the 30. From the 70% account, the developer can use the amount for the following purposes: development cost, land cost. If there is a cancellation of any allotment, then only 70% would be given from the 70% account and the balance 30% needs to be paid from the 30% account. Then if any penalty or interest is being levied on the developer, then it would needs to be paid from the 30% account. It is not considered as a part and a cost of the project. That developer needs to pay from his account, which is 30% of the account. And the highlights of these two, 70 and 100, is that they both are kept as a all, so there would be no encumbrance on that account. The only change, if there is an area share and there are multiple promoters, then the exercise which 100%, 70% and 30% is there has to be done by all the promoters. And for revenue share, even if for the revenue share there are multiple promoters, then it has to be done for all the promoters. The only additional to that is there would be, this is for the area share, where both the promoters, even a landowner promoter has to maintain 100, 70, 30, this will be auto sweep. And the developer also needs to maintain 100, 70 and 30. That would be an auto sweep account. This was already in place. Where in area share, all the promoters needs to do like that only. So there, here in area share, there is not much change. The major change is in the revenue share. So suppose there are 3-4 promoters and all are sharing a revenue share on the revenue share basis. Then there has to be one master collection account which will collect all the money. At the time of opening the bank account, amongst all the promoters, one of the promoter would be elected as a designated promoter, and that needs to be informed to the bank at the time of opening the account that this promoter would be a designated promoter. Hence, the bank will be opening his bank account with the name as designated master account. Then that promoter name will be there and it would be termed as designated master account. After that, all the 3 promoters needs to open 100% account with his revenue share. Suppose for an example, one of the promoter is having 30% share in the revenue. Then he will 100 rupees deposited in this account, directly go 30 will be going in his 100% account. And from that 30, 70, that is 21 will go in this account and the 30 remaining 9 rupees will be going in this account. And current situation before this order, what normally used to be happen, this needs to only 100% account was there, and from there 70 goes to the developer and 30 goes to the his transactions account, and from all the promoters would share from that account only. Now the major change here is all the promoters needs to open their respective accounts and give the mandate. It's a written mandate, and we also needs to give a copy of a development agreement where it is clearly mentioned the share of each of the promoter. Hence, bank then in auto sweep mode will transfer every 100 in that ratio. So even if there is a change in DA at later stage, we need to inform a bank that there is a change. So now when 100 rupees comes, you have to divide in this ratio. This is the major change which is introduced by the order number 56. After that, they have also instructed banks that the bank should not 100% account should not be an escrow account, and it should not be free from lien, loan and third party control, but 100% and 70% account should not be there. So this ensures that the amount should strictly utilize for the project. They have also covered one point which says that if the promoter has already taken a loan before applying for the registration of the project, then he has to give an undertaking that I have taken a loan from so and so financial institution, and for that he has to also give a CA certificate mentioning that the loan amount which has been obtained by the promoter has utilized in the project only. If that certificate has been given, then the promoter can use his separate account, 70% account, to service that loan amount. Otherwise, he cannot service that loan amount. Here, this is the format where there is a format which he needs to give: name of the lender, address of the lender, date of borrowing, sanction amount, disbursed amount, outstanding amount, details of mortgage, and the same should be supported by the CA. And the CA should strictly say that the amount utilized has been, the amount used is for the project only, and no other amount has not been utilized for any other purpose. Bank shall ensure that this all account has, once again, that there is no encumbrance to the 70% and 30% of the account. These are the other general points which says that if the project is suspended by the RERA for any reason, then the withdrawal from all the bank account would be restricted. Then if the RERA passes defreezing order, then bank immediately needs to defreeze the RERA. Currently there are cases which has come out that bank RERA gives an order for defreezing, but bank takes his own sweet time to defreeze the amount. It's ideally take 8-10 days more. So then they have also clearly mentioned that the defreezing should be immediately. As discussed, the designated promoter would be liable to update everything on MahaRERA portal. So if there are multiple promoters, amongst the promoter, they themselves has to select that who will be the designated promoter, and then he will be liable to update everything on MahaRERA. If there is any non-compliance, then they will be punishable under section 60 and 63, that is, they will be blocked from withdrawing the amount and the penalty shall be levied. And the certificates, now the major issue here is when there are multiple accounts, now the multiple CA certificate will also be required to be issued. So if we have seen there are almost, if we presume that even there are 2 promoters, then there are all two CA certificate for each project. Every quarter will be required. So this is where the CA comes into the picture, where every quarter they have to issue the CA certificate. Form 3 has a QPR process, and after every end of the financial year, Form 5 need to be submitted to RERA after auditing the 3 accounts. Once the project completed and full OC is received, all 3 accounts can be all the amounts from all 3 accounts has to be withdrawn. But before that, copy of OC and Form 4 needs to be uploaded on MahaRERA portal. Once after even uploading, MahaRERA will provide a closure order, and once the closure order is obtained, only then all the bank account will be closed. See the major departure this currently all 3 projects, for first, as I mentioned, that only 70% of the account was required to be disclosed on portal. Now all 3 account number will be required to be reported on MahaRERA portal. There is no control of the mortgager or mortgagee or lender on the 70% of the account. This needs to be checked now, how the lender will provide the loan to the promoter if they have no control on the 70% of the account. And there will be no escrow also. So basically what remains is only 30% of the account with the lender. See, where there are multiple promoters, percentage of withdrawal of the amount as certified by CA of the designated promoter and applicable to separate bank account to the designated promoters are also be applicable to all promoters. So, for all the promoters, every time CA has to provide a CA certificate. There are some clarifications which RERA needs to provide, because currently RERA is only accepting one CA certificate, whether if there are more than one promoters, they are only accepting one CA certificate. So how this will work, I think RERA needs to provide a clarification for that. So basically now, to register even a project in RERA, we need to meticulously plan, and diligent cash flow planning is required before registration of the project, so that a cash flow glitch is not there when a cash is received by the promoters.
Thank you very much.